Charles Barkley is possibly getting caught up once again with all the problems that has came about when you have, women in men's spaces. Now, what do I mean by that? The NBA, NFL, etc. are men's sports. And we've seen a couple of incidents where men are just being men, talking the way men talk, and it's been an issue and a problem. Now, Charles Barkley, he had told a female reporter by the name of Alexi McCammond that I don't hit women, but if I did, I would hit you. Now, she took offense to that, and he said that he was just joking with her, okay? But then he had to come back and say my comment was inappropriate and unacceptable. He says that it was an attempted joke that wasn't funny at all. There's no excuse for it, and I apologize. So then what she decided to do, she decided to come out on Twitter and say, just FYI, Charles Barkley told me tonight I don't hit women, but if I did, I would hit you. And then when I objected to that, he told me I couldn't take a joke. He said the comments Charles Barkley made to me are not acceptable. Threats of violence are not a joke, and no person deserves to be hit or threatened like that. Silence only allows a culture of misogyny to fester, and those kind of comments don't merit off the record protections. Now, Charles Barkley has said things like this in the past, even by men. When he was talking about in 2018 about Draymond Green, when he got in an argument with Rajon Rondo, okay? He said at that time period somebody should punch Draymond Green in the face. Men say things like that. A man don't walk around hitting everybody in the face. How many people have Charles Barkley do you know to walk up to and hit him in the face? It's a figure of speech. Like, basically like somebody needs to check you. That sort of thing. Not physically walk up and just punch somebody in the face. But see, these kind of things that you see here in this report has been having a lot of unintended consequences, because a lot of men, even with this Me Too situation, have said, okay, we don't want to work with women. We don't want to train women. We don't want them around because we don't want no incidents. If we make a joke, look at what's happening. I'm being put in the media. What do you think is going to happen to the next female reporter that come behind her? Charles Barkley not going to want to be around too many female reporters after this. Understand? Because he said, man, I'm just joking. And this is what happened. You go to Twitter. And then why didn't she go to her company and say, what's going on, have a conversation, let do it behind the scenes and handle it? Because the moment you go to Twitter, now everybody's in it. The whole world is in it that you put in. And how is that going to help anything, with females and then their ascension in reporting, at least in male spaces? Now, I believe old school. I believe men should be reporting on men's sports. Women should be reporting on women's sports. I believe that because men could go into locker rooms and women can go into locker rooms of their prospective counterparts, and there'd be no issues or problems at all. But it seems like, we want to be in the men's spaces. Why? Because every time it's some sort of conflict that happens, men speak a certain way to each other. That's just what we do as men. We know what's offensive and what's not. You tell a man, boy, I sure want to hit you in your face right now. You tell that to a man, you're like, okay, well, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. Men just talk a certain way. We do that. So if you come in a man's space and want to tell men, basically, you need to fashion your conversation like you're talking to your wife at home, because you wouldn't tell your wife that. You need to fashion your conversation that when men go to work, men, do what they do. That's their area. You get what I'm saying? That's why I tell men, don't joke with women on the job. Don't joke. Don't leave them. Don't compliment them at all. Don't do no dirty joking with them. I don't care if they starting it with you, because let me tell you how cold it is. They can start doing those jokes with you. You joke back. They don't like it. Then they can go tell HR and get you fired. Then you coming through the door at home and your wife's asking you why you're home so early. And now you got to tell her you lost your job because she was making a joke. You just responded to it. She got offended to that. Went and reported you to HR, and now you lost your job. You know what I'm saying? So it's not worth the risk for men at all. Keep things extremely professional on the job. No joking with them. No compliments. I don't care if you're a single man. None of that. Y'all wanted to have, compliments and jokes. I said, look, we get off at 3 o'clock. Happy hours at 5. Meet me at happy hour. We can laugh, joke, and whatever else that you want to do at happy hour. I said, but as long as I'm on these people clock, I am not joking with you. I'll talk to you about the weather. I'll talk to you about the job. But anything more than that, no. Because I am not about to get myself in trouble and lose this job. And you got to think like that. You got to protect your employment at all times. Because, men, especially straight men, are highly demonized in this society. Highly demonized. So we got to protect ourselves at all times. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with Charles Barkley and this reporter. But I'm pretty sure Charles in the future is going to definitely keep his distance. Or if he don't keep his distance, he's going to be like, keep professional and go on by his business. And which, men, that's exactly what you should do. No dinner alone with them. None of that. Because you got to protect yourself.